Hey, KC, outside back at you here. We're back on the Kodiak 700 here. Yamaha heated grips this time. Now I don't have my hand guards off or these off yet. The first thing I'm going to start with is I remove this center console piece here. To get that off, you got two push clips back here. Then you open the glove box lid and you will have 4 of these Phillips head screws inside. Take all those out, and then right here on each side you will have a 10mm that you got to take out. Then you see these slots. I'll show you the tab that goes in there, because this is your whole piece right here. You can see those tabs, they slide back. So you slide it back, then you got to tilt it up, and you have to work this hole right here over your gear shift handle, then pull everything up and out. Now, what I did before I took this off, they tell you to mark this hole to drill between your L and H on your shifter handle. So I marked out with a little gold pen right there. This has to be a 13/16 hole. So I got a big spade bit I'm going to try to use, which is a wood bit. I'm going to try to use that to drill this, and hopefully I don't screw it up. So stay tuned here and we'll see what we can do with that. Don't mind the camera going all over the place. So we're going to see what we can do here with this. See if we can get that drilled. First we got to get a drill. Here's all the instructions, and actually here's the rest of the kit. You got some zip ties. Here's your switch. This is the plug that goes into the existing harness, and then of course these are your grips. So let's try to find my bit. I already got this bit out, of course, and do you think I remember where it is? Is that it? There it is. See, this is a wood bit, but I'm going to try it on plastic. We'll see how it does. Well, I don't know where my drill is. Apparently I have it out somewhere. Here we go. I'm sure the battery's dead. Usually always is. Let's see if we can do this without making a freaking mess. Okay. Seems like it did all right. So that switch will snap in there. Now I'm not going to snap it in yet, but it will go in there because I got to get my wires fed up through it to plug into the switch. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull these hand guards off. We'll go ahead and slice those grips, get them off. I'll get that cleaned up, and then we'll go ahead from there and get rolling. Okay, got the grips off. All you got to do is take a razor blade, slice them, and they roll right off. Now here's the Yamaha grips. What they tell you is to face the wire right here forward. So just got to slide them on like so, and this is where they get tightened up right here. This one it's catching on this lip here. There's some hard stuff here. I'm gonna file this off so this goes on the whole way. Of course, here's the other one. Bring it over here, face the wire forward. slide it on like that. There's where I have the wire. They say forward. As long as you can get it, you want to be able to put it down underneath. You could probably even put it down. I don't know why they don't want it. Probably going to face it down below like that so I can take it right underneath and do that. That way your nut is right up here to tighten it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. They give you an Allen wrench. I need a file. This one probably is better off facing forward because you need to get it around your throttle. So I am going to face it forward. Like I said, they give you this Allen wrench to tighten those down. So that's facing forward. This one I'm going to keep facing down. Well, I think I'll be okay. Well, no, I don't want to do that. I was trying to get the screws facing the same direction, but I'm just going to keep it down because they're not going to face the same direction anyway. Make sure that's on the whole way. And crank it. Oh! Okay, that should be good. Now I have my wires out here so I can zip tie those onto everything, and this one will actually have to come over and go to the switch, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and get these zip tied up, and then we'll check in here in a little bit. All right. Okay. Now the little 2-plug harness they give you, you unplug the factory connector, this one, which connects to this one. You put this little connector in, inline connector, that gets you hooked up there. Then you just run that wire over here under the air intake behind the wires, and that will get you over here to where your switch will be. And this is both wires from both grips. You plug the 2 dark blue connectors in together, and then you will have these 3 to pop up through the hole and go on your plug. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and put my center console piece back on and pop those wires out through the hole. And hopefully you guys will be able to see a little bit here what goes on. You can see me wrestle with this. I want to clean the back of my hole up here. All right, I think we're pretty good. Okay. keep your drain hoses that you pulled out, try to keep them out of the way when you slide this on. You'll know what I mean when you go to pull it off. There's some little drain hoses. Okay, now I gotta fish my wires up through the hole. There's one. There's the other clump. Okay. Oh, you gotta get these little side slider things in. Yeah, it's like I get one side in, the other side comes up. I think we're good now. Okay, got the wires out there. Now I got to see which ones plug into where. I'll give you a little wiring diagram here, schematic. So the high gets so the red wire goes to low. These wires are not labeled properly. Because it's not, this is a ground. So they're definitely not labeled correct, because it says white wire, a red wire goes to the center. That's your power feed. Then you have these two left, but they're black, and that's purple and orange. And they're saying white wire goes to low and blue wire goes to high, which I have no idea. So I'm just going to put there's no stripe on them or nothing. I'm just going to put black to high and purple and orange to low, like that. And then what I'm going to do, turn it on, see if any fuses blow. Well, no fuses blew, so I'm going to go ahead and fire it up here and see how everything does, and then we'll touch base and finish this up. All right, we got it wrapped up. Grips are on. They're on. Of course, I had to cut the ends out real quick to slide these Unico hand guards in. But they are in. Heated grips are on. Back cargo box. I did start it up. Everything works high and low, no fuses blowing. So the only thing is those grips are right around $100, maybe 106 or something for those. So a little bit pricey. If you get the Rocky Mountain ones, they are $49.99, but the wiring is not as easy. The only thing you would have to do is you got to tie into your battery as far as getting a hot wire to your switch, or find a keyed wire, you know, for your switch if you prefer that. Whereas the Yamaha was the plug and play, which made it nice. But with the Yamaha, there's no option for a thumb warmer. With the Tusk ones, you can get, I have this thumb warmer on here, which is tied into the grip heater kit, which makes that nice. Now, I may see if I can get, I do have a grip heater here from Tusk, so I may see if I can get that wired into the system here with that switch, and see if we can get that to work and warm up also on the thumb, because it does make it nice, because your thumb is what gets cold in the winter time. So, finished up. Like, subscribe, hop on your Kodiak, get outside.